Hello everyone, this is Abhishek from Gleev Motors, and today we are going to showcase you how to change the battery of Protos. So this is how the battery of Protos looks, and this is inside the deck of Protos. So this is a hollow metal case inside which this battery is placed. So we are going to showcase how to take out the battery and replace it with a new one. So it is going to be a bit of challenge, but we will try to showcase in such a proper way that you will be able to do it easily. So the first step will be to cut this zip tie that is on the protective cover of this wiring harness. So we have already cut this so that this can be removed and it can be shifted up. Now the second step will be to remove these 4 bolts using the number 3 Allen key. So we are going to remove this. Just rotate it anti-clockwise and it will open. So all these 4 bolts need to be removed. So we'll remove these bolts, and now when you will pull, this cover will come out. Now you can just pull it. Now this is how it will look from inside, and this is the controller. We need to take it out. So by doing this is going to be a little bit difficult, so we will use a screwdriver or something to pull it out. So now it will come out. Light jala. So this is how it looks from inside, and these are, so carefully just pull out these. Okay. So one thing you must do is take pictures of these so that you can remember how the connections are made. So take photographs of all these wire joints, all these plugs. So like this thick cable, this comes from the throttle, and actually this is an old scooter, we have experimented with it. So these tapes are there. So this will look like this. So just you need to unplug this. So before unplugging all these, we need to remove the battery first, the connection from the battery. So let's see where the battery cable is. So you will find 2 wires coming out from the controller, a red one and a black one. So you won't find these tapes on your scooters. There might be some silicone coating, so you will have to remove that the jelly like material that will be there, and after that so in this case we have put insulation tape, so we will remove the insulation tape first. So in this case, so also remember one thing, to cover this, because if these battery terminals touch with each other, then there will be a short circuit in the battery. So you need to be very careful. So there is a plastic cover on this. Either you can pull it a bit forward, and then you can use either masking tape or insulation tape to cover this so that it doesn't touches with anything else. So now we have removed. Black means a negative one. Now the next step will be to remove the red one. So we'll remove the insulation tape first, and also keep these other terminals also insulated so they don't touch each other. So you will see in your scooter connection like these, and it will be covered with maybe silicone. Earlier we used to do that. In case it is not there, then you can simply just pull this out, this male and female plugs nikalo. Again, make sure to insulate the other terminal. So when making the connections, you will have, especially with the battery and the motor, you will have to check the color coding. The color should match, like the black one from the controller that is used for the battery will be connected with the black one in the battery. Similarly, the red one will be connected with the red terminal of the battery. So now that we have disconnected, now what we'll do, we will also remove the other this panel. For this you will have see that inside these 3 holes there are 4 number bolts. So using 4 number Allen key we will remove these bolts. So the connection for the charger is inside this side panel. So we will remove the connection from the battery that comes for charging. So we are going to remove these panels because also all these cables will be moved out so that the passage becomes clear. We'll also have to remove this stem. This is a controller box. This is the controller box. This also need to be removed. So these are being held by these 4 bolts at bottom and then these 4 bolts at top. So right now we are going to disconnect the battery charging terminal so that there is no chance of short circuit. So this is how the side panel looks. Okay, so these plugs are for the deck lights. These all 4 plugs that you will see. Now when you are going to unplug and when you are going to plug it, so you will see they have arrow marks on both. Like there is arrow mark on this and an arrow mark on this, so you need to match these arrows. I don't know if it is visible there, but there are arrow marks on all these plugs, so they need to be matched, both male female. So now what we are going to do, so this part, this is the charging port where charger is connected, and these 2 wires are connected with the 2 wires of the battery. So now what we are going to do, we are going to disconnect them too. So you will carefully pull these wires, black and red. So this is the red one and here you will see the black one. So now we are going to remove this insulation and disconnect. So also make sure that these 2 wires don't touch each other, bare wires. So you won't have insulation tape on your scooter. This is our demo scooter. We do keep on doing experiments, so that's why we have used insulation tape. Okay, so now the battery is disconnected. Now you can we can proceed with removing other parts also. So we'll unplug all these. So these are for the deck lights, and they also have color codes. So yellow one will go with yellow one, and then there is a red one. So these are connected with red ones. So we'll open all these plugs. So don't pull too hard. If they are not coming out, try to move them sideways so that they don't break, like our technician is doing. Okay, so this part is, now there are some other plugs. Again, please take picture of these before you start unplugging, so that you can remember. This is DC converter, these are the plugs that come out of it. This is extra wire, so don't worry about that. And then let's disconnect these also. So remember these, take pictures of these and then start disconnecting all of these. So also you will see that these plugs have this kind of structure. So to unplug you need to push this, so it is kind of clip. So when you will just press and then pull. बस ये खोलना बस. So before opening all these, take pictures and mark. There are a lot of plugs, so you need to be aware about that. So these 3 are phase wires of the motor, so we will have to remove these also. So these are matched by colors, like the green one from controller connects with the green one from the motor. So now we are going to remove these also. And now we will open the other panel on this side, so we can pull out the cables of the deck light, because two cables go from this side and then enters this side, and from that hole comes out. These also have same 4 number Allen bolts. So from this side, this is the main plug that connects all these cables from the deck. So since we have unplugged it from the inside, now we can take it out. So this is how it will go out. And similarly, we will these are the wires that are coming from other deck light on the other side. So we'll pull it out. So we are trying to clear this passage. Okay, ये खुलेगा, ये वाला. So this is the DC converter. So carefully through the hole we need to pass it. बैटरी वाला नहीं खींच लो पहले, बैटरी का केबल खींचो पहले. So now we will pull it out from this hole. So we have removed this completely, and these plugs will remain with this. So now we have wires coming from the motor, and these are the wires from the charging terminal. So the thinner wires, they are connected with the charging port of a scooter, and the thicker wires, black and red, they are connected with the controller. So remember this. Now this controller box is going to create a hindrance for pulling out the battery, so we will remove this controller box. So first we will remove these 4 bolts. So you can see these 4 bolts using 4 number Allen key. Video is going to be a little bit long, but I will fasten it the speed of the video so that you won't have to get bored. So now the bottom part is done. Now we will remove these nuts. So 10 number wrench will be used. So either you can use this, or we have this socket wrench, so we are going to use this to make the process a bit faster. So in this way, so this is how you open the nuts. So once you open this nut, now we'll go on the other side. इसको ऐसे घुमा लो, होगा. So now we'll do the same on the other side. The last nut. So if sometimes you feel that this is not opening, so you can also use an Allen key, you know, to extract that Allen key inside this. There you can see. So you can use an Allen key to put inside this, and then you can try you know, unlocking, and that way this nut will not slip. So you can easily do that. करो हाथ से निकल जाएगा. Now just push this nuts, and or you can just simply take this out and keep it beside. थोड़ा सा पीछे धकेल, इस पे कुछ weight डाल दे. So we'll put some weight on this so that, you know, this doesn't overturn. So just put some weight. Now we'll remove these bolts. Just push it and it will fall down. Okay. So now we will remove the controller box. We'll pull it out simply. So you might need help of someone. So now we have removed this controller box. So now, so you can see this battery, it has got a ribbon. So you'll have to, in this one there is a red ribbon. So we'll try to make sure that, you know, this, so this is the brake cable that goes, so battery slides over this. So we are trying to make sure that we are able to slide the battery out. So now we will pull the ribbon. Alright. So now we have got the ribbon. Now we'll try. If you feel it is too stuck, so try to be gentle. Make these wires are flat. Make this, so these wires are flat, so that battery will slide over them. So we have started pulling out the battery. So this cable is from the rear mudguard, and this 3 cables are from the motor, and this is the brake cable. So the battery will slide over these. So make sure that these parts are out from the body, like these are on this part, so that battery can easily slide. And you can put something here, something soft, so that these wires don't get cut if you feel that the surface is not smooth, but in this case it is okay. So now we will take out this battery slowly. Okay. If you feel the battery is too much stuck, then you can use something from the back side to push it, but don't use sharp object. Either then it will penetrate the body of the battery and it might cause fire. So that's can be potentially dangerous. So do not poke it with a sharp object. So here the batteries come out. These are our old battery packs. They were a bit tighter compared to the one that we are using currently. So you won't find that difficult to remove because this had a bit different shape. But as you can see, this is our latest battery that we are using, and you won't find these on our latest models. Maybe the models from 2022, they will have this fuse, but we have removed this because it was of not much use and it was taking too much space. So you can see this battery is completely flat now, the new batteries. These were in the very initial battery pack, so you won't have to worry about this. You won't, and I'm sure that your battery will be similar to this one. So this is how you remove the battery pack. Now again, we'll put a new battery pack inside this. Not new, in fact we'll put this one on the back. You can put your new one when you receive it. This is just to showcase. So the first step again will be to insert this. So make sure these cables are pulled out. Someone holds this from this side. And on the corners you can put something soft a little bit. You will have to take help of someone. Now again, make sure the other wires are below this, and then we will push it. So once it reaches this part, we'll either use a hammer to push it till the end. Use something with a flat face, like we are using a hammer. So something that has flat, just make sure that it doesn't puncture the battery. Now we will push it tightly till it goes to the back end. This battery back is a little bit tight, but yours is going to be smoother than this. So now the battery pack is inside now. Now again we can start doing the connections. So now that we have inserted the battery, next we will put back these side deck light panels, and then we will pass the wire through this hole. So here you will see a hole. From there we will pass these two wires from the deck light. Then this wire again for the deck light will be passed through this hole on the side, and then this is how it will come out. Now after this we will put the controller box. So make sure that these holes are on the top, and you have also these holes in the front. Now we will align it so that these holes at the top, they align properly, these holes with the holes of the controller box. Now we will insert these. Always make sure that these battery terminals are insulated properly and are not touching each other. We have this cover over here. And also one more thing, in this controller there are these two wires that are connected with the battery, so make sure that they are also insulated and they don't touch each other, because this controller has capacitors, so they hold some charge, so there will be some sparking if you will touch these two wires together. So insulate them. So you can put this one by one also, and then we will place back the stem, the head tube on this. And then again you will find these washers inside those. These are spring washers. And then put back the nuts that we have opened. Now we will tighten the nuts. If you feel that the bolts are rotating, then you can put pressure using your finger or either an Allen key and then tighten. So in this way we will tighten all the 4 nuts. So now we are going to insert these wires from this hole so that we can finish that side deck light. So I hope you have clicked the pictures. So this is the way we are going to connect this. Now this DC converter will go inside and we will pull out the wire from here. So one of the wire is connected there and one more connection will be made from here. Now we will insert this connector that connects all the deck lights and supplies power to them. Okay. So now यहाँ का कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं. बैटरी का बाहर अंदर से निकलेगा पतला वाला वायर. Also we will insert the thinner wires for the battery terminal and that will be connected. मोटाई देख लेना. So we'll take out the charging wires from the battery on this side and then we will connect with this. So match the color, like black will go with black, red will go with red. So you see these are properly covered, so they won't touch each other. This is properly covered, so these are safe. But in case you find that wire or the terminal is exposed, so you can put insulation tape on these. Now these connectors will be used to connect all these other plugs, matching the colors. So for extra precaution we are just applying some insulation tape. Similarly we'll apply it on this one also. So now we are going to plug all these wires. So please match the arrows on both the plugs and then plug them together, and also match the colors, yellow one with the yellow plug and red one with the red ones. Now we will properly arrange so that everything comes inside this, and then we will place back the deck. So now we have put everything inside this, and now so make sure that it stays within this plastic body. Now we will try to bolt it. इसको तार नीचे डालो. Now properly make sure that no wire comes between the path of bolt and the body. और मैच करके लगाना होगा. पहले इधर लगा लो फिर. This way we will put back the deck light. Now it's done. Now we are going to make the connections. So since you have already clicked the pictures, you can easily connect it with the controller. So now going to do the connections. We will connect the batteries in the last. Before that we will connect all these are phase wires. We will connect with the green wire of the controller with the green wire coming from the motor. करो इसको connect पहले. ग्रीन वाला खोल रखा ना. So in case you want to, if you live in an area which gets a lot of rain and you want to kind of make the scooter more water resistant, so you can use this kind of silicon. This is silicon sealant, transparent in color. You will get from any hardware store within a price range of 150 to 250. So you can apply it on the joints. So most of the people who have got the scooters, they will see that we have put these kind of silicon sealants on the joints. So you can put it back. You can purchase this from the market. So now slowly we will connect all the connectors, and then we will cover before closing the cover we will check whether the connection has been done right or not. So we will touch the lights and turn on the power on the scooter to check. So we have connected all other parts. Now in the last we will connect the battery terminals. So remove the insulation tape, connect the negative one with the negative terminal of the battery. Make sure that wires don't get tangled too much. Push it until you hear a click. Now when you are going to connect the second one, then you will hear a spark, you will see a spark, so that's normal. अच्छे से पुश करो. So you can then also put insulation tape if you want, or the silicon sealant. So if you are applying silicon sealant, then you will have to leave it for a few hours for the sealant to dry up, at least 5-6 hours. After that you can proceed with closing. So एक बार check कर लेते हैं काम कर रहा है कि नहीं. So now we are going to check whether everything is working properly or not. So these deck lights are working, that means connections are good. Now I will try to turn on the scooter. So the ignition key is working. Now इसका घुमाना पड़ेगा एक से. So everything is working fine. That means connection are good. Now we can proceed for closing the covers and all. Okay, also in the controller you will find this wire. So this is used for locking the scooter. So if you have received the scooter in 2023, then you should keep it open, because if you will close it, then speed will reduce to 25 only. So these do not need to be connected with each other. You can leave it. In the newer scooter, you can, if you want to lock the speed, then you can close join this together. So now we'll put insulation tape, and then we will insert the wires and controller inside this. So first we'll put inside this DC controller. Now we'll put all these wires inside. Now all these will be put inside. So do it carefully so that you don't break these connections. Push it inside as far as possible so that there is enough space for putting the controller. उठा लो ऊपर. ज़्यादा बाहर नहीं आ रहा. अंदर कर दे, सब बराबर रहना चाहिए. Now we'll push it back. Now we'll put back the cover, then again put those 4 bolts. So once this cover is tightened, we will put these bolts back at the bottom, these 4, using 4 number Allen key, and then we will tie the zip tie back here so that it properly stays the wire harness. So this is how you can replace the battery. I hope you understood it. We will record it again in the future with a better camera, but I hope for the time being this video will be useful for you to understand how the battery is replaced. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any doubts. I will clarify it.